You may be wondering why I'm strutting around wearing a shiny new race suit. I'm at the Keith Diesel and Dirt Derby in South Australia, and I'm having a crack at tractor pulling for the very first time. I'm racing a Super Mini Modified, otherwise known as the Fat Bastards class, and I'm hitting myself. Now, I'm having a yarn with Greg Abrahart, and I'm actually quite interested in this Toyota sitting on the truck behind us. Now, this thing sounds pretty tough. What's under the bonnet?
It's got a big block Chev, 510 cubic inch, then runs into a Power Glide, and then it runs into a 10-speed Road Ranger gearbox, and then a planetary diff at the end. The sled probably gets up to around 8 to 9 tonne at the end there.
Thanks for the chat, mate, and
No worries,
thanks for
thank you.
showing us your rig. It's awesome. So I'm having a yarn with Ross Simpson, and he runs this Toyota Crown in their two-wheel drive truck pulling class. There's a story behind this Crown, isn't there?
There is. My father started buying Toyotas in 1970, and the deal was if it had pulled the caravan up Wheelers Hill in Melbourne, he'd buy it. And he did, and it's still here.
It kind of isn't a Toyota Crown though anymore, is it?
The body is. It's had a full metal resto on it. It's got a overdrive 610 Road Ranger in the back seat, but I basically run the low half of the transmission. And we've got a Power Glide in the second transmission at the front, and we've got a 427 small block Chev. With 4 1/8 in the bore, 4-inch stroke. Basically it's 700 horsepower at 7,000, and it makes 636 foot-pounds of torque at 5,500. And it's the baby of the family at tractor pulling. Everyone else has got big blocks but me.
So in this class, what weight do you tow?
They say this sled's 13 tonne. I'll go back a bit further with the old sled that we still pull at Qumbatook at Easter and other shows when it was running. It used to weigh 22 static.
Awesome. All right, great to chat.
Thanks for being here. It's a great weekend.
The idea is to drag a weighted sled 100 metres down the dirt track. The further you go, the more resistance in the sled. If you crack the 100-metre mark, it's called a full pull. If more than one tractor gets a full pull, more weight's added to the sled, and then they compete against each other in a pull-off. Hopeful is a Super Mini Modified tractor. Out front sits a 550 horsepower tunnel-rammed Chev Stroker backed by a 2-speed Power Glide tranny, and this one uses a Toyota Stout diff. Why do they call it the Fat Bastard class? Because the Super Minis are allowed to run up to 860 kilograms in weight, which leaves enough weight for a fat bastard like me behind the steering wheel.
Full pull, he'll still be stoked with that. Probably hooked in himself. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Woodsy, our celebrity driver today. In Hopeful, not quite the 100-metre mark where he needed to be, but still a mighty good effort.
Well, that was absolutely hysterical fun. And I didn't disgrace myself. I didn't do too badly. I didn't get the full pull, which is 100 metres, but hey, you know what? I'm a rookie. I'm allowed to have a fair old crack at it. I do want to have another go, though. It's widely believed that tractor pulling has its origins in farmers bragging about their horses. But the first recorded tractor pull was actually held in the US back in 1929. Since then, the sport has grown to include multi-engine modified fire breathers, prime movers, and pickup trucks. While pulling has a fairly modest following in Oz, it is huge in Scandinavia, the Netherlands, the US, and even in Germany.
Well, we've got a hole here about a foot deep.
I saw and I pulled. And I didn't suck at it quite as much as I thought I might. It is awesome fun. It's quite a family-orientated spectator sport, and I can see the addiction. It's the sound, it's the sight, it's just the oral drama. It's fantastic. I think it's going to be awfully hard to stop myself shopping for engine parts on the internet soon anyway.